So now we're going to work on your narration or your voiceovers, and I'm going to show you how to take some video and add your own voiceover and add that within or throughout your documentary. And this takes a little work, but it's fun work. You could use your voice. You can get a maybe drama major to do the voiceover for you, whatever you think will work. What we're going to do is use a free software called Audacity, and there's a tutorial for you online as well as directions. It's a free software. You can keep it on your desktop or you can put it on the computer in school, and you can create your voiceovers right there. So now we're going to assume we've done that. And I also got a piece of footage offline, off the archives, of Adolf Hitler, because that's how I'm beginning my project. So this footage has sound, so I wanted to use my own sound. I wanted to use my own voice. So I'm going to keep the video, lock it, and open the audio, and then just delete the audio. So now I have the video, but I'm also going to want to open that back up because I'm not going to use the whole video. I'm just going to cut up pieces of it. First, I'm going to take my voice and I'm going to put it in so you see how much shorter my audio is compared to the video. So let's take a look at what we have so far. So as you can see, when I put my voiceover in, which I just dragged in from here, I have a whole lot more video than I have audio. So let's listen to my voice first. In 1933, around the same time a young girl named Basia was born, Adolf Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany. After many attempts to gain control of Germany, his Nationalist Socialist Party, the Nazis, set the course to rule Germany and the world. Okay, so as we can see, there's a whole lot more video here, and some of this I think I can find better. So let's scrub through here. There is this right here, Nationalist Party, the Nazi Party. That would be a good little ad. And then right near the end here, I want some of that. So now I'm going to just cut up this video to have it fit into what I'm saying. So now I've gone in and I've cut up my video. As you can see down here, it's all in pieces. I actually went to this one and I double timed it because I thought it was too slow. If you ever want to do that, you right click on it and you hit speed and duration. And I have it at 300 right now. I'm canceling that. But if you want to make it longer or shorter, you can do it that way as well. So let's take a look and see how it now fits with my voice. In 1933, around the same time a young girl named Basia was born, Adolf Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany. After many attempts to gain control of Germany, his Nationalist Socialist Party, the Nazis, set the course to rule Germany and the world. So as you see, I let it go a little longer there because I'm going to have a fade out. So now what I'm going to do is export this piece of footage up, but first I have to render it. You see the red there. I'm going to export it and add it to my project. You could do these one at a time. You can do all your voiceovers at the same time. Whatever you find works for you. You may want to do a day or two with your partner and just do all your voiceovers and then plug them into the project. That's normally what I do, but since I want to give you this tutorial, I'm just going to take this one. First, we're going to render effects in and out. In 1933, okay, it's rendered, and now I'm going to export it. File, export, media. Remember when we export that we go down here and we do an entire sequence. We're going to name it. I'm going to put VO1 as its name, and it's an MP4 because it's a video. Save that. Everything else should be the way it's supposed to because we've had it preset, and I hit export, and then we'll add it into the project. So here we are back at our original project, and now I have to take that voiceover video that I made and first import it into this project. So we're going to go to import, and we're going to find it, and I actually put it in our class folder in here. So it should be voiceover MP4. and I'm going to import it. Now I know I want this to happen after the opening, so remember the opening of this, but before Mrs. Sussman starts talking. So what do? I lasso my project, move it all over, and then I'm going to drag my new footage right here. Go here and delete so it comes back together. Now your next decision is going to be, do you want the same music under your voice as under Mrs. Sussman? You could do different, you could do the same. You could wait till the end to put all the music in if you prefer, but what I'm going to do for now is just move it over and then drag it out. Oh, I don't have enough there, so I have to go back in and add more. But I just want to see how this sounds with the music that I'm using for Sussman. In 1933, around the same time a young girl named Basia was born, Adolf Hitler became... Okay, do you notice something? How small this is? That's because when it imported, it didn't import it the full frame. So all we have to do there is hit right-click, and we scale to frame size. So that will fix that problem. So now we can go back and see. In 1933, around the same time a young girl named Basia was born, Adolf Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany. After many attempts to gain control of Germany, his Nationalist Socialist Party, the Nazis, set the course to rule Germany and the world.
My name is Beatrice Sussman.
Okay, so now we need that fade out, don't we? So let's go over to our effects, and we go to video effects or transitions, transitions, but let's widen it out a little bit here so we can see what we're doing. So you just go down here and you widen it out, and we want to add that blackout right here, or fade to black. So we go to dip to black, we drag it in here, and let's see if it dips. Set the course to rule Germany and the world.
My name.
All right, so I think I'd like that dip to be a little longer. So I'm going to make the transition 2 instead of 1. And okay, see how it got longer? And then it'll fade closer. And the world.
My name is Beatrice Sussman.
Go. That's beautiful.
Yes.
And the music works fine. So now all we have to do, like I said, again, up to you. You can wait till the end to put in all your music. I've been doing this in bits and pieces, but I can just copy this music. And then remember, I like to go to the end, so I'm going to make this all real small. I like to go to the end to paste because pasting is always a little complicated. We have that other piece of music there, and we can just go here and create the fade out there. So I know I'm moving a little faster for you, but I think by now you get it. So that one where
You still look forward to it.
Talking.
And my father was my aunt.
Just make sure the
My
sound.
father had a sister there with 3 kids. My mother had a sister with 1 kid, Jerry.
Working out. Let's make sure it fades at the end.
Yeah, but that was okay. They didn't kill like the Germans did.
And there you go. Now, we're going to add other voiceovers throughout our videos, but that was just an example. We would cut in several places, maybe every 3 to 5 minutes, whatever you think there's a place where you can add more video storytelling to go along with your subject's story. That's where you add the VOs in. So that's just an example of how it's done. So for your practice project, I want you now to find a place within Mrs. Sussman's video that we've created where you can find some archive footage, which I'll show you where to find that. Or you can go to YouTube and down something, take out the sound, create audio on Audacity, and place it in. It could be just a short little clip, maybe 15 seconds, where you go in and you create your own audio. And remember, when you are going to add it into the middle, you're going to need to cut and add. So here's an example of how to place video within your project, okay? So we're going to listen to Mrs. Sussman here.
Stressful under the polls.
So stressful under the polls, meaning the Polish. Let's see what else.
Yeah, but life went on.
Okay, so that's a good place to do that, because then she goes, life went on.
Stressful under the polls.
Okay, so we're going to go there. We're going to take our scissor, and we are going to cut all the way down everything, right? Go back to our pointer. We're going to shorten this all up. You're going to lasso and pull everything apart. And then you can add in your voiceover. This doesn't have to be the place you do it. I'm just giving you an example of how it can be done. Let's say that this one is yet a different voiceover, and you're going to take it and you're going to drag it in, and then you're going to remove that. Lengthen your audio, and let's see what happens. It's going to be the same video, but you'll get the idea.
In our bedroom and miss my baby brother, and life was very stressful under the polls.
In 1933, around the same time, again, remember it got smaller, right click, scale frame size. Now, we wouldn't use that same video, obviously, but that is a good place to do it, and you're just going to have to make sure on the back end.
Yeah, but life went on. We had a...
See, that's a beautiful place to put it. So you're welcome to steal that. Don't use that same piece of footage. Find perhaps footage of the Poles invading Russia, or just some German army footage, and say something that you've researched. Great.